Before we dive into this major Boston Bruins trade storyline, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now and leave a like on this video, because we bring you the latest Bruins news, rumors, and trade deadline breakdowns as they happen. As the 2026 NHL Trade Deadline approaches, one name is quietly gaining serious traction around the league, and it's Vancouver Canucks forward Kiefer Sherwood. After already making waves by trading Quinn Hughes earlier this season, the Canucks are clearly in sell mode, and Sherwood may be their most valuable remaining asset. At 30 years old, Sherwood is having one of the best seasons of his career, scoring 17 goals in just 41 games. And with free agency looming, Vancouver is expected to capitalize while his value is at its peak. Any team calling about Sherwood should expect to pay a real price, likely involving high draft capital and possibly a young prospect, because Vancouver is fully committed to building toward the future and maximizing returns at this deadline. Sherwood's production, versatility, and playoff-style game have made him an attractive target for multiple contenders, starting with teams looking to add depth scoring without sacrificing their long-term core. The Anaheim Ducks are one possible destination, as they continue to push toward legitimate contention despite cooling off recently. Their middle six depth remains a concern, and Sherwood would immediately address that need with reliable goal scoring and physical play. Anaheim also has intriguing trade pieces, including young defenseman Pavel Mintyukov, who has reportedly requested a trade and still carries strong value at just 22 years old. With Vancouver needing blue line help and future assets, a deal centered around Mintyukov and draft picks could make sense. There's also a full circle narrative here, as Sherwood originally began his NHL career with the Ducks, making a potential return both practical and symbolic as Anaheim looks to solidify its playoff push. Another intriguing destination is the New York Islanders, a team quietly hanging around the playoff race despite early expectations of a down year. Injuries have exposed their lack of scoring depth, especially after losing Cal Palmieri and dealing with inconsistent availability from Bo Horvat. Sherwood would give the Islanders a much-needed offensive spark and help balance a lineup that has relied heavily on defensemen to generate goals. The Islanders have the assets to make something happen, including 2 first-round picks in the upcoming draft and expiring veteran contracts like Anders Lee or J.G. Pageau. While multi-team trades are rare in the NHL, this could be the type of situation where creativity pays off. If New York truly wants to stay competitive while planning for the future, Sherwood could be the type of calculated move that keeps them relevant without fully committing to an all-in approach. And then there's Boston. The Bruins find themselves in a familiar but tricky position, hovering around the playoff picture without being true favorites. Armed with extra draft capital from past trades, including a surplus of picks, Boston has the flexibility to make a move if they choose. While center depth remains the organization's biggest weakness, Sherwood's scoring touch on the wing could still be appealing if the Bruins decide to add multiple pieces at the deadline. His physical style fits Boston's identity perfectly, and his ability to contribute immediately could help stabilize a roster searching for consistency. The question for the Bruins front office is whether to prioritize a short-term playoff push or stay disciplined and focus on longer-term solutions. Either way, Kiefer Sherwood's name is one Bruins fans should be watching closely, because as the deadline approaches, Boston has both the assets and the motive to be involved in one of the most interesting trade storylines of the season.